there's no wonder why it's on MLG. Anyway, standard, blah, blah, blah. Boring beginning of the game. So how was your week?
My week's been pretty good. I've got a lot of casting. I came back from MLG. It was great. Loved MLG.
Oh,
Actually there. I had great seats all 3 days. Saw Huck win at an MLG. It was awesome.
oh man. You and Blue Dragon. Ugh, I
Oh,
hate
Blue
you
Dragon
guys.
was there? I didn't
Yeah,
know
man.
that.
He was hanging out with Idra and stuff, but he had to leave before most of the good games. Because that's when his buddy was like, Herp and derp, I want to go back to the hotel. Or something. And I
What a
made to go there.
jerk.
I know, right? Blah, 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 more standard.
Huh.
So, how you been liking BlizzCon so far?
I liked the MMA versus MVP matchup. Other than that, it has been kind of eh. They haven't really shown the good matchups.
Well, did you not get a BlizzCon virtual ticket?
No, I did not.
well,
I spent all my money on MLG, unfortunately.
I hate you. But fair enough. I, on the other hand, did get a BlizzCon ticket, and anybody who hasn't seen the rest of BlizzCon, PM me on StarCraft. My tag is on everywhere, I think, nowadays. You can PM me there, I'll talk to you about it. We can have discussions on the forums, and it was awesome. I love the D3 stuff. Oh my gosh, it was so freaking awesome.
Diablo 3, it's going to be big. I'm not sure how much I like the business model, but the game is probably going to be pretty good.
How do you mean business model?
The whole thing where they're charging you to get actual equipment and such.
What do you mean?
Did you not hear about this?
What do you... I obviously haven't. What do you mean?
They have they're getting a new like auction house thing.
Oh, the
where you
real
can
money auction house. Yeah, they're not charging you any money when you buy equipment. It's they will... People online will put up money for... or put up items or gold or anything for real money. And then you can choose whether or not to buy it.
Well, no, obviously, but I'm just saying when you buy it, a little bit goes to Blizzard, a little bit goes to Blizzard when you post it, a little bit goes to Blizzard when anything happens. Like anytime that something actually happens, there's like a little tiny fraction that goes to Blizzard.
Which I honestly don't really mind because, A, Blizzard is giving us one of the best games of all time. Oh, by the way, 3-Gate Robo and 2-Rack Stim.
Yeah, we got 4 Marines. It looks like these might try and do a bunker contain because there's an SCV just kind of chilling out there.
Sugar trying to chrono out 2 true sentries real quick. Anyway, back to what I was saying. I don't mind that at all because it is their game and it is their product, and they should have a tiny fraction because they are providing the service for you, and it's not like Blizzard is pulling an EA and going, hey, we want all of everything because you bought our game used, which is retarded. But I'm not a big fan of EA either.
No.
But I don't mind it. And there's also the gold auction house still, so you have multiple options.
It's not the worst thing in the world, but people are making a big deal out of it.
Yeah.
Do you know if are they charging a monthly subscription, or is it just if you buy the game you can play it?
Oh god, no, they're not charging a monthly for a Diablo game. They never have, and they probably never will.
Okay, well then I don't so much mind the auction house thing. That's fine.
Yeah, they're not going to charge for Diablo. Diablo has always been free to play after you buy the game. And there is still multiplayer online. I also don't mind the online all the time thing. Because that way it will cut down on a lot of the stuff that made D2 so terrible.
Yeah, that was a that's just a thing because there are people who just don't have always-on connections.
Yeah.
And it's just not an option for them.
Yeah, and that does make sense, and they should be catered to a certain extent, but they also should try and find a way to make that work, is what I would like to see happen. But
I guarantee you they'll find a way to
areas.
make it work, but it won't be a legal way to make it work. They'll just...
Yeah.
because I know what happened with Assassin's Creed 2 is people actually made like a fake server,
Mm-hmm.
and it's ridiculous. Like people, there are ways around it. If you want to play the game, there are ways around it. It's not always the way you want to, but it's better if the actual company gives them people a way to do what they want to do. It's just better for everybody.
Exactly. Hey, look. It looks like Jason is finally gearing up for an expansion. Enough D3 talk. Let's actually get into StarCraft.
How are you feeling with the new units? Like, what's your favorite new unit?
Hydra speed.
Yeah, yeah.
That's got to be my favorite update of Art of the Swarm. I don't care about the new units. I don't care about that. Hydras get speed off creep. That is the best news I have heard all game.
Yeah.
And now
pause.
Jason is pausing.
Yeah, more time to talk about stuff. Awesome.
Oh yeah. So what did you like about the new units?
I like the Zerg units. I like the Flying Defiler and the spawn what's it called? Crap. The Spawn Lord, something like that. Nothing like that.
Swarm Lord?
Swarm Lord. There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like the new units for Zerg. I like everything that they're doing with Zerg. Actually, I like the Ultralisk Charge.
Burrow Charge. Oh,
Yeah.
watching that live action, one of the sexiest things you will ever see in your life.
So I'm really excited to see Ultralisks actually being used now.
Oh, hooray, they're on.
Disappoint. All right. Well, Sugar does have an observer right over Jason's like little encampment, so he'll be able to know what's going on. And Sugar actually does have an expansion this game, so
Both of them doing the exact right thing and putting me to spotting buildings, supply depot and pylon, respectively. And both of them just making sure that fiery gates of hell never, ever, ever come into play. Or if it does, then they know about it.
definitely. Jason does have both Zelnaga watchtowers at the moment, though.
Yeah, he's been holding them consistently most of the game. He only got pushed off the far left one once by Sugar's entire frickin' army after spotting and making sure of everything that was in there.
Scan coming down for Jason, so he knows the expansion timing.
Which is very far behind his. His has already been up and running for a long time. Let's look at the units real quick. 35 to 25 on 35 SCVs to 25 probes, as well as 2 mules.
Jason's economy is going to explode in about a minute and a half.
I think it's already exploded. Sugar has just not been on top of his probe macro at all. He's been fully saturated for a while, but he should have had this expand up a long time ago.
When I say explode, I mean like he'll have it fully saturated in about that much time.
So he is getting charge lots. I'm thinking, yep, it's going to be charge lot Archon.
The cheapest way to get a lot of units right there.
I do like it, especially if you can make some Psystorm Templars beforehand, and then get the Archons up. Although
Definitely.
he did do a warp in of quick stalkers, which I'm not sure I agree with.
No, not right now. It's not good with his composition, and it doesn't look like he's gonna have time to get Archons anyway because here comes a big force.
Oh, and the spotting factory just to make sure he gets everything. Oh no, Sugar has been completely gone for this entire game. If Jason does any real damage at all, this is gonna be game. He's trying to take out this factory to make sure he doesn't get spotted all day.
Just leave the factory alone, man. It's gonna burn down.
The force field is very good, but the army is just so big, and all
he's
of
overstimmed though.
He has overstimmed, but these two medevacs are working double time and trying to make sure everything is at least decently healed. Every time they get 5 energy or so, they start healing.
And there goes the Nexus.
That's just too big of a loss for Sugar. 57 to 103 supply. That is just scary.
Yeah, a bunch of units just being rallied to Sugar's natural.
And it's just a continuous stream, and Sugar knows it. Sugar sees it. These probes are hiding. He might be trying to do a quick little ninja expand with this probe in the far right, but even that won't save him. I don't think there's anything Sugar can do at all.
No, this is pretty much GG.
And it's disappointing because Sugar has been playing really well. We were doing a practice session the other day, and he was stomping a lot of people, but unfortunately for him, it's not going to work out. Even with this ninja expansion, he's not even going to have enough units to hold his normal, or his
I
main.
think I think that Sugar just got a little bit just like out psyched. Like he was really not looking forward to this matchup, so I don't think he really had it in him.
Well, it is hard to be psyched about going up against one of the best Terrans on our team, on the entire clan. Which
Definitely.
just is unfortunate for him, but that's what you sign up for in the tournament. My first game was against our best Zerg player, a master Zerg player.
Yeah.
So you just kind of got to go with the dice roll you got. Sugar finally getting up his first couple of Archons, but Jason is scouting, and he is going to see this expansion, and he's probably going to wipe it off the face of the earth, especially with this nuke on the way. Apparently, Jason loves his ghosties.
Yeah, this is just Jason being Jason.
Yeah, he's splitting off a contingent of Marines, and he's going to go take out this base. Which is unfortunate. Jason is so good with his macro when he's actually trying to play.
No, Jason might have the best macro of any Terran I've seen outside of the actual pros.
Yep.
It's ridiculous how good his macro is.
I haven't seen a better Terran macro since this last MLG and this last tournament yesterday and today.
Up goes the nuke.
Where's it landing? Right on all those units. Oh, and an EMP goes off on all the sentries. Oh my gosh. This Archon back in the back is going to die, or at least
Explosion.
get explosion and Sugar
GG.
G's. It was not a bad game on either player's part, but once Jason took that economic lead, there was no hope.
Yeah.
Not even a little.
It was no, Sugar definitely held his own up until that attack. I think that if he would have held his ground a bit more, he would have done better. Because in the initial engagement, all of his zealots ran straight toward him, but like halfway through he just pulled back and all of his zealots came with him and it didn't do any damage.
None at all. And it was just unfortunate how well Jason macroed. Even with this little bit of a misrally and all his workers are rallied up to someplace else.
Yeah.
But it was just an out macro game. Sugar got completely out macroed.
Yeah, when it comes to Jason, it's just like sun shines, grass grows, birds sing, and Jason out macros you.
That's exactly how it's going to go. Anyway, I hope you all enjoyed this. We're going to see if we can get the finals, or at the very least, the third place matchup next. Hope you've had a great time, because I certainly have. We're out.